Awesome. Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Writing Clinic with my. We are continuing our pre-writing sessions. So last week we looked at answering WH questions and just giving a little bit of information to those questions we had put together. Today, we're going to look at extracting information from those questions and answers and using them to write our essay or any academic writing. Okay. Today, we'll be slightly focused on essays. We'll follow the structure of a traditional essay. So, I think I've said essay multiple times, so I'm going to stop saying that. All right. So, let's get cracking with today's session. And again, we are going to be focusing on academic writing. So I'm going to share my screen with you now, and you're going to see something that's quite familiar. So here is where we started. We had our topic sentence, we had our questions, the WH questions, starting with who, why, what, when, where, which, how. And then we took those questions and we answered them. Okay, so this will look also familiar to you, where we had our questions from last week and we answered them with some help from some of the students here. So, what we're going to do today is we are going to create a new document. Now, you say, Christine, we have been creating documents. I'm getting a bit tired. Well, guess what? The end is almost inside. It is a bit of a process, I said at the beginning. However, it will make your writing flow so much better. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take my, that's a little bit of sneaky bits there. I'm going to take my essay topic and I'm going to put it here right at the top so I remember what I need to do. Okay, so my topic question is discuss using AI University. What is your personal perspective on it? And this is something new. Write an essay about 500 words. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight essay. So if we're talking about an essay, we know it follows a traditional format. Okay, so that is made up of our introduction. It's our main body, and it is our conclusion. All right, so remember in our introduction, we are introducing, goes with the word, our topic. Okay, our main body is made up of paragraphs, and conclusion is ending the essay and has no new information. So it'll be a summary of everything from your introduction to your body with no new information. So just a little bit of more detail. I'm going to develop out how a paragraph should look. Now, we all know a paragraph is a few sentences put together. We'd be like, well, that's easy peasy. I do that all the time. Now, I'm going to put in an image here if it's saved correctly. Okay, it hasn't. So I'm just going to do that again and copy that. Move that onto here. Lovely. Make that smaller so we all can see that. Now, the reason I got this under the paragraph before we start writing is that we keep this in focus, okay? Just for the sake of it being large for everyone to see, let's do that. Okay. So, paragraphs are made up of a topic sentence. States the main idea. Now, each paragraph should have one main idea, okay? And this will be your topic sentence. Now, your topic sentence is generally the first sentence that you write in your paragraph. Okay, so let's get that. So it's made of a topic sentence. Then it has, as we can see here, explanation or a definition, optional, depending on what you want to explain or what you want to define. Now, when would you do this? If you want to clarify any difficult or unclear terms in the topic sentence, or alternatively introduces your evidence. So let's do that. First, it is topic sentence, then it is explanation or definition. Let's fix the spelling of that. And the next bit is your evidence. Okay, so what exactly is your evidence? It is supporting or developing the main idea with facts, examples, experiments. So you are providing evidence linking to your point of view that you're trying to put across. Okay. And then you can comment. And what is commenting explains what the evidence means and how it relates to your point. So, I mean, what if you have evidence that's absolutely no correlation to the point you're trying to make? So make sure it's following the evidence. It supports or develops the evidence with analysis or further info. It can also be opposing or contrasting points, and if appropriate, mention other evidence if needed. Now, what we sometimes do forget is our concluding statements. So everything has a space and a spot in the paragraph, and your concluding statement is right at the end. So you can basically show the development of the argument. It's linking back to your topic sentence, and then it's going to link forward to the main idea or your next paragraph. Okay, so that is what we need to remember when we are writing our paragraphs. Remember, your topic sentence is the main idea for that paragraph. Okay, it's going to put that away. And we're going to go back to writing. It's going to highlight all of this lovely bit. And we're going to keep that as there. There we go. All right, so how do I get this off? Yeah. Okay. So back to conclusion. Bit of a technical issue, but all solved now. Okay, so we are conclusion. This is your ending. And remember, there's no new information, so you're simply going over that bit. So let's take this bit by bit, introducing the topic. So let's go to our topic questions. So we can choose any of these questions to help us to introduce the topic. Did we get a very special one? All right. So I would be starting with what is AI? Okay. So artificial intelligence. Lovely. So I would probably use this as my introduction. Okay. What is AI? So I'll be like, what? And post it as that. What is AI, artificial intelligence? Now, this is great in your pre-writing when you're just scratching together information, collating and putting it together. However, if you are thinking about it in a formal way, what is AI, artificial intelligence? Doesn't really cut it. So, how can I take the same information and rewrite it with a focus on academic vocabulary and writing it in academic sense? So, what is AI? I'm asking a question, what is it? So, I could write it as the definition of artificial intelligence is da, 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 da. Now, for all intents and purposes, I'm not going to be using any actual journals today. Today we are focusing on the writing process, okay? So let's say you found your definition from a journal, and I'm going to use myself here, Govender 2025, okay? So you found this book written by yours truly, and you are using it for your definition. Now, important point, after you add in your reference, then you add in your full stop. I just want to stress that. When adding in your reference, full stop is after that. Okay. The reason why we always make sure our full stop is at the end of our reference is because Turnitin will not recognize this as a reference if we add in our full stop over here. Just change the color of that. And we got our reference at the end. So please always add your full stop at the end of your reference. Okay, so I've added in a definition of artificial intelligence is, and then I got my information there. So I got my definition. Now I'm going to go back to my topic sentence. Okay, so I got a definition. Discuss using AI in university. So I've discussed the definition of AI. Okay, now I need to add in the next bit or introduce the next part of this sentence in university. So now I'm going to add in university, AI is, and then I will propose a view. How is it used? Is it growing? Is it slowing down? How is it being used? Okay, so let's go back to our questions. So let's go back. Da, 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 da. Not that. Thank you. So let's see. Where is AI? Where do I use AI? Quite a lot of questions. Let's go back to what to get the most help on my AI. Okay, let's look at this. So we're looking at this question, who decides if AI can be used in universities? And then we're going to add that in. So I'm just going to copy paste that there. It's not a part of that. Let me just change the color and bold so I can see that. So in university, AI usage is, now using my information that I've used here, is determined or chosen, let's so chosen, is chosen by the government. I'm going to go UK because we are in the UK government, and the university itself. Now, again, I have made up the sentence by myself with my own information, but you would need to find a relating reference or a source to support that. In university, AI usage is chosen by the UK government and the university itself. So I'm going to create my own reference again, and it's Govender and Govender, and this is 2024. Okay, so I'm now introducing it. I've gone into my questions to help me to develop my essay topic. So just these two sentences answer a bit of the discuss using AI in university. So I've given a definition of AI. I've talked about AI usage being chosen by the government. Now we're going to continue with the next bit of the same sentence. Discuss using AI in university. So that can go into my next question. And my next question is, who is going to be using AI? Okay, so let's go there. So who will get the most help from AI in universities? And previously we said everyone in university. Okay, so let's take that. I'm going to pop my question there just so I can rewrite it. Got that in bold. Who will get the most help from AI? So then we'll say everyone in university. So everyone in the university will benefit from AI. And again, in order to say that statement, I will need a reference. Okay, maybe I've used Govender 2025 again for that. Okay. So I'm slowly introducing my topic. It's my introduction. So far, it is only 80, that is 36 words, okay? 500, quite a bit to go. Now, you would obviously flesh this out, developing from your questions. Now, the next part of the question topic is, what is your personal perspective on it? So you could say, my personal perspective is viewed viewed use AI as, let's see what we think about our personal perspective. Go back there. Da, 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 da. Positive. I feel positive about it. Oh, and we got negative. So we feel both positive and negative. Okay. Is both negative and positive. Now, this is still the first edit of your writing, so it may not necessarily be 100% developed. You will have some information missing. You may want to add in more information. However, that will come as you keep rewriting. Now, a very important sentence that we need to always use when we are having an introduction is that we need to tell the reader what this essay will be focusing on. So we can say this essay will focus on what? Using AI in university. On using AI in university. It will. So now you can add in an angle. Are you going to be looking at students? Are you going to be focusing on lectures? Are you going to be focusing on maybe the teaching staff? Okay, like the academics who put together programs. So here's when you decide, okay, whom am I going to focus on? So for all intents and purposes, I'm going to say students. It will focus on the impact that AI has on students. And you can add what part of the students what part of the student's social life or the part of the student's journey will you focus on? Are you focusing on the academics? Are you focusing on the social aspect of AI? And then I'm going to choose academic journey. Okay. So here you have fleshed out an introduction by using your questions and your answers. Okay. Now, obviously, this is not your final introduction. It is your starting off your introduction. With writing, you'll have to write, edit, and then rewrite again. And it's a continuous process. Okay. So just reminding you, this is not your full introduction. It's showing you how you can get started. Okay, so let's look at this introduction and let's see if we know certain areas need to be tweaked at, what areas need additional research, or do you think this is good to go? So the definition of artificial intelligence is, and then we got a reference in university AI usage is chosen by the UK government and the university itself. Okay. Everyone in the university will benefit from AI. My personal perspective, we use AI both negative and positive. This essay will focus on using AI in university. It will focus on the impact that AI has on students and its academic journey. Okay, so from a quick reread, we need to do some amendments. UK, United Kingdom. Okay. Now, I need to do additional research because I don't have a definition. So, need that. I also need to delve into what impact will it have. Okay. I've also left out my personal perspective when I have spoke about what the essay will focus on. Okay. I've only focused on using AI and the impact. I haven't delved into this bit as yet. So always imagine the person reading your essay knows little to no information and you are the only source of their information. Okay, so give them as much information and make sure it is easy to understand and your words are clear for them to understand. Okay, so we definitely need to do some additional research. We need to add in more information and we will flesh it out. That is an example of your introduction. Now, let's go into your paragraph. And that is where we have one main idea per paragraph. In your paragraph, you have a topic sentence, you have an explanation or definition, you have evidence, you can comment on it, and you have a concluding statement. So let's go back to our information with our WH questions. So we have narrowed it down to the impact on students and the academic journey, okay? So that means each paragraph should focus on students and academic journey. Okay, so let's look at what our first paragraph will be about. Okay, so let's look at back to our questions. I'm looking for students. Who's going to get the most help from AI university students? Who decides if AI can be used? Okay, maybe I could do that. We should check that students using AI in the correct way. The university. Why should universities use AI to help. Okay, that can be one whole paragraph by itself. Why is it important to use AI and human teachers? How can AI change students? Okay, I think we can start with a who question. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste it. Now this is gonna go into the who and it's gonna be our paragraph. So this who is gonna be focusing on the government and the university officials. Okay, now you'll see why I did that. Let's do this. So who's going to get the most help from AI in universities? Everyone in university. Who decides if AI can be used in universities? Going to focus on that first. Okay, so government. So let's rewrite that. The UK government and the universities decides on the AI policy. Okay. Now this will need a reference. So Govender et al. Okay. Now I would need to add in the policy. That will be my example, my evidence. Okay. So now I'm talking about the UK government and the university decides on the policy. The AI policy is, and that would have all the details about the policy. Okay. And then it will delve into how the policy helps the students. Who will get the most help from the AI in universities? Everyone in university. The policy helps students with, and an example, and possibly example of how it helps. Okay. And then again, that will have your reference in it. Okay. Now let's see if we can add this in. Now, some of the questions we may ask may not all be used in our writing, okay? And we want to see if we can get as much information as we can to make it flow. If it doesn't fit in, we don't need to add it. Okay, so let's see if the last one can fit in. Who should check that students are using AI in the right way? University. Okay, so that could possibly fit. Okay, so we could say the policy monitors students' usage by, and then example and example. Okay, so it's almost time to get ready to write our concluding statement. Okay, so the UK government and the university decides on AI policy. the AI policy is, and then you'll give a definition of what the AI policy is. Okay, then you would have the policy help students by, and then list your example 1, and then your example 2 of those things. Okay, so then the policy monitors students' usage by, and then example 1 and example 2. All right, so now we're going to get ready for our comment, and then you can say maybe AI is prevalent in universities or usage. Prevalent in universities. Okay. So now our concluding statement, which is our end statement here. So say AI usage is determined and monitored by the government and universities. So that's what you got there. You got one paragraph that again will require additional research. Okay, this is not your full paragraph, it will be edited. So that's how you can develop a paragraph by your WH questions. Okay, so we use a lot of who. Let's look at another question or see if we can possibly get a different paragraph by answering different questions. Okay, so let's look at the why. Why is it important? Why can AI change? Okay, so let's look at why is it important? Let's copy that. And now we are going on to our paragraph 2. Okay, hold off. Okay, in academic writing, we wouldn't have paragraph 2, so I'm just going to remove that. So this is why. Why should universities use AI to help students learn? Accurate answers makes learning easier and faster. Just put that in one there. So now we're going to talk about what, why is AI being used? Now, again, in academic writing, we can't add in a question. We'd have to rewrite that with a focus on academic language. Okay, so let's just take that around and spin it in a slightly different way. So, AI usage helps. And if you want to change your word, you go to, let's say you don't use the word helps because you used it earlier, highlight it, go to synonyms, okay? And as you can see, if you hover about synonyms, it shows you all the different features or different words that you can use instead of synonym helps. So you got improve, benefits, advantages, aids, and facilitate. So I'm going to choose, okay, AI ben. Let's write that again. Some of AI benefits are helping students when learning. Let's just see, helping students. Students. Okay, I'm just going to think that out. Some of AI benefits are helping students, increasing accuracy, and students in classrooms. Going to do that in the classroom, increasing accuracy and making learning easy and faster, and facilitating. So let's look for another word for easier. Simply, cooler, faster, makes this facilitating. Da, 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 and facilitating ease. Okay, so what we have done is we've taken this sentence and rewritten it as this. Some of AI benefits are include, so this is our topic sentence. So we're talking about the benefits of AI, include helping students in the classroom, increasing accuracy, and facilitate learning when researching, during research. Research. Okay, so that is our topic sentence. Now we need to go into an explanation or definition and then evidence for that. Okay, so I forgot to do something, and that is add in my reference. So let me add in my reference and full stop at the end of reference. Okay, so let's go into explanation and definition. So now we're going to talk about why AI has benefits, okay? So if we were to add an explanation, we'll be like, why is it helpful? So let's use this. Just going to put that in bold so I know that's part of my answer then. So we already spoke about accurate answers, making learning faster. This is important, so let's add that in. Reach all students. So AI usage helps to reach a wider range of students. Okay. And then you could go into an example. Technology is used to increase, oh, let's not use increased as a tool for ease of understanding. Okay, we can say AI is integrated in learning in the classroom Okay, so let's have a look at this and see if we can do any amendments on this. So some of AI benefits include helping students in the classroom, increasing accuracy, doing research. AI usage helps to reach a wider range of students. I would look for a journal to back that information up before I add that in. Okay. And again, add in my references. So, do I have a topic statement beginning? I do. Do I have an explanation? It still needs an explanation sentence. I don't think we've really delved into an explanation of how AI helps students or how it increases accuracy, so it's still missing explanations. Evidence. Okay, I have said a lot of things and I haven't included how AI helps to reach a wider range of students. So it's missing evidence. So there's no evidence for that. AI is integrated into the classroom. Again, lacking evidence of ways it's integrating. How is it integrating? I don't know. So it means I still need to go back and do a lot of research. Okay. So maybe that can be my concluding statement. AI is integrated in the classroom. I could end with that. But it still requires a lot of research. Okay. So, like I said, it is a process, but if you commit and you practice, it does get easier with time. Okay. So next week we're gonna look at um finishing another paragraph and possibly looking at our conclusion and how to write it and check that we have all these covered in our paragraphs. Okay. So thank you very much for joining me. I will switch to my team's message very quickly, or my team's PowerPoint very quickly. And okay, so this is myself, Christine. Here's my colleague, Kieran. Here's our email address. Please feel free to reach out to us. And if you need any assistance with the following presentation skills, assignment skills, or in-person and online sessions, thank you very much, and I will see you next week.